I was skeptical about this one at first. I mean, I've tried a bunch of laptops over the years, and most of them either can't keep up with heavy workloads, or they overheat after an hour of use. Then I got my hands on the Dell Precision 5690, and honestly, it changed how I think about mobile workstations. It's not flashy, it just does what it's supposed to do, really well. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So, what makes this thing stand out? First off, the specs are solid. You're getting 32 gigs of RAM, which means I can run multiple virtual machines, a couple of browsers with 20 tabs each, and still have Photoshop open without the system slowing down. I do a lot of video editing on the go, and this machine handles 4K footage without even blinking. That kind of multitasking power used to be reserved for desktops, but now it's all in a 16-inch laptop. The display is another game changer. It's a 16-inch screen with 1920 by 1200 resolution, which gives you crisp, clear visuals whether you're editing photos, watching movies, or just browsing. The colors are accurate out of the box, and the brightness is good enough to use in a well-lit room without squinting. I've watched movies on this thing during flights, and the screen size makes it feel like you're at a mini theater. It's not OLED level contrast, but for the price and portability, it's more than enough. Storage is something I don't usually think about until I run out of space. With a 512 gig SSD, you've got room for your essential files, a few games, and even some raw video projects without constantly worrying about deleting old files. I've had laptops with smaller drives that filled up way too fast, so having that extra space is a relief. It also boots up in seconds, which is nice when you're in a hurry. Now, let's talk about the graphics. This thing comes with an NVIDIA RTX 1000 Ada with 6 gigs of VRAM. I wasn't expecting a powerhouse in such a compact machine, but it handles light 3D work and even some gaming surprisingly well. I've played older titles like Civilization 6 and Cities, Skylines at medium settings without any lag. If you're into CAD or 3D modeling, this GPU will save you from the frustration of laggy renders. It's not a gaming laptop per se, but it's more than capable for casual gaming and professional workloads. Build quality is another area where Dell doesn't disappoint. The body is made of anodized titanium gray, which feels premium and sturdy. It's not flimsy like some ultrabooks I've used, and the hinge is smooth but secure. The keyboard is backlit, which is a must for late-night work sessions, and the keys have a good travel distance. Typing on it feels natural, almost like a desktop keyboard. The trackpad is also responsive, though I still prefer using a mouse for precision work. Battery life is decent for a workstation laptop. I can get through a full workday, about 8 hours, if I'm not pushing it too hard with heavy tasks. Light web browsing, document editing, and even some video calls won't drain it too quickly. Of course, if you're gaming or rendering, you'll want to keep it plugged in, but that's expected. The fan noise is minimal under normal use, which is a big plus for me. I hate laptops that sound like jet engines just from opening a spreadsheet. One thing to keep in mind is the weight. At around 4.2 pounds, it's not the lightest laptop out there, but it's not a brick either. If you're constantly on the move, you might notice it after a while, but for a workstation, that extra weight usually means better cooling and durability. The ports are also well thought out. You've got Thunderbolt 4, HDMI, USB-A, and a headphone jack, so you're not left scrambling for adapters. The cooling system deserves a mention too. Dell's thermal design keeps the internals at a reasonable temperature even under load. I've run stress tests on it, and it stays cool to the touch. That's important because overheating can throttle performance, and nobody wants a laptop that slows down when it's supposed to be powerful. So, what don't I like? The price is definitely on the higher side, which makes sense given the specs, but it's not something you'd impulse buy. Also, the webcam is just okay. It's fine for video calls, but don't expect 4K quality here. If you're doing professional streaming or content creation, you might want to invest in an external camera. All in all, the Dell Precision 5690 is a solid choice if you need a reliable, powerful laptop that can handle both work and light play. It's not perfect, but the pros far outweigh the cons for anyone who needs a mobile workstation. If you're in the market for something that won't hold you back, this one's worth considering. Check it out using the link below.